Hello, my good people. Welcome back to my video of the day. As usual, my good name is Kamanja, and this is my good channel, guys. I want to actually take this special opportunity to welcome all of you on board. No matter which side you're coming from, I welcome you on board. No matter which side of the world you're coming from, be it UAE, USA, UK, Caribbeans, South America, Canada, guys, I welcome you to my video of the day. And for my new subscribers, uh, want to welcome you home. And I want to assure you that this is the best channel that you actually decided to join. So, without don't be like with no doubt, with no bad feelings, be assured when you see Kamanja around, or when you just open your TVs and you meet Kamanja around, guys, just take your seat, relax, and actually enjoy what I'm always bringing you. Because as usual, Kamanja does reaction videos, and in my reaction videos, I'm not biased, I'm not prejudiced. You know, I don't lean to one part. Me, I give you things the way they are supposed to be done. I'm here to correct. I'm here to actually educate, to entertain, and to set records straight, whereby, many people come around and they fear telling you what you guys are supposed to see. They fear telling you what you guys are supposed to hear. So who am I not to tell you exactly what you guys are supposed to hear? So I am here today, and that is my good work. So my subscribers, welcome on board. My returning viewers, God bless you. God bless you, because finding that time, spending most of your time, like finding that time coming back to watch Kamanja, it's a pleasure. And I want to ask God to bless you, to add you more life, so that you watching me becomes continuous. You know, and for those ones, maybe we've just crisscrossed. My opinions are not their opinions. They feel like I should insult this guy, and Kamanja always on the other side feels like this guy is coming hard on me. Can I insult this one? Okay, let me ask you for forgiveness. Apologies once again. But when you are unsubscribing, I really don't know where you guys are going, because after all, I know if you are unsubscribed, then you don't want to hear the truth. You are somebody that makes your own judgment your own way. But hey, guys, I don't want to take a lot of your time without introducing this, because every person is talking about it, but I want to give it a different way. I want to talk about it the different way. Guys, I want to discuss on our travel commando. I am Marwa, as my title is suggesting. That I've told you, Marwa has come out to clear the air. Marwa has come out. Marwa has spoken his mind. And today, guys, don't expect any receipts, because I am assuming when I talk about Marwa, all these guys that I'm talking to, I know you've watched Marwa. So I find it like a repetition. There is no need. The only thing I will do here is to paraphrase. So I'm going to talk about Marwa and Rocio showdown. Rocio Cabrera travels versus Marwa. When I'm talking about Rocio, actually, recently very many people are getting glued to Rocio's videos and everything. They really want to see what is Rocio doing without Marwa. But today, I'm asking you guys: Do you think that Rocio is actually in a competition with Marwa? Do you think that between Rocio and Marwa, who is copying who? Who is copying who? Who is falling onto another person's footsteps? Who is following the footsteps of another one? Is it Marwa or is it Rocio? And if it is Marwa, why is Rocio actually out to prove to the world that, this was all my idea? This guy actually stole my dreams. That is what I actually wanted to do, but I lacked time. Number two, that is Rocio and Marwa. Number two, now that Rocio, we've known the trend of Rocio. Is Rocio actually going to attack African Imali after the naysayers, these dirty mouthed people, people like JT, have come out to claim that African Imali, this young lady, she is Marwa's new wife. Now, I want to tackle Marwa's new wife drama, where it is going, and how Rocio shenanigans are actually escalating. So, as you join me, kindly remember to like this. Remember to like this video. Give this video a like. Share me out. Tell a friend to tell another friend all about me. And subscribe a friend to subscribe a friend. Take me to 3,000 subscribers, guys. Me, I am very glad because lately, let me tell you one thing that I've actually seen. I have experienced a lot of, like, people are subscribing to my channel, and having 10 to 15, 20 subscribers once, that is a miracle. And we are supposed to come out and tell God thank you a million times. So allow me, I really don't know where I should start from. But number one, before Marwa, before I start from Marwa, Rocio, and African Imali, before I tackle the Marwa wife drama, new wife drama, and the Rocio shenanigans, allow me tackle for just a moment, some 3 minutes, something that has caught something that caught me, and I say no, I should not go without talking about it. Guys, I was watching Gat Africa. After a very long time, she has come out and she's warning people to respect her and respect her family, not to talk bad things about them and everything. But Gat Africa, this scammer, me I call her a scammer because one time she scammed a subscriber who came, she scammed even subscribers' feelings, emotions, and everything. A subscriber built for her, thinking that the truth they had she had left, she had been abandoned with Gintu, and nobody thought that actually this woman was to go back to Gintu. She came out crying, "Oh, I am pregnant. My husband to be, who is Gintu, has abandoned me. He has called me big names. I am dumb. I don't understand anything. The sister-in-law is a bad guy, a bad woman. They have thrown me out, and I'm asking you guys to do what? To help me." Kind-hearted subscriber came through, bought this lady land, built for her, and without even informing this subscriber that it was time to go back to Gintu, that they had reconciled with Gintu, she decided to go silent, only for Gintu to break the news to the subscriber that, do you know what? All you did it for me. Now this woman has got the energies and the audacity to come out to tell people not to talk badly about her. Number one, she's supposed to come out and apologize. Ask those guys who supported her, like, forgive me, I never knew what I was doing. But for her keeping quiet like this was a well orchestrated plan alongside Gintu. They only wanted to fool subscribers around so that they get new land and a new house. The house is still standing. I don't know why she never came out when that house was a skeleton to tell people not to talk badly about her. Now that she knows nobody will take that house from her, she knows nobody is going to take that land from her. She can now come out and rubbish things, say, "Oh, we are this." She is now seeing Gintu as an angel, somebody who she said, internet that doesn't lie. She said that Gintu used to beat her. Gintu never wanted to show her on camera and everything. But now I'm very much amused to see, like, my husband, I don't want this, you don't want this, go to hell. You are very ungrateful. Come out and apologize to the subscribers who actually sympathize to the situation and they decided to help you. Before you bring your dirty mouth out here and telling us that people should stop talk. And by the way, who are you? People are speaking about you. Who are you? You only made it in scamming. Guys, I really don't want to talk so much about her. But that one, actually, she must be very much ashamed. And by the way, she must be worried now. She must be worried now. I want to bring this to her attention that after Mayani's burial, Gintu might be actually relocating permanently to stay with Mayani's widow, because for Gintu, the house that he has built for, he has taken the house where he was a project manager when they were building this house for Mayani's wife. Gintu thinks that this is his house and Mayani's wife. He now he wants to assume Mayani's roles, like he wants to take Mayani's place there. So God Africa, prepare for some battle. Prepare for your your co-wife to be in the next 4 to 5 weeks. Just prepare. Don't come out and waste your energies telling people that they don't talk about you, they don't do this. Don't lecture people. Wait for a very big shock along the way. I've told you nobody is going to take that house, nobody is going to take that land from you. You made it, you scored. But I think there is no subscriber actually is going to fall into such a traps again with the Nyabwanse people. That is what I want to believe. There is no subscriber. It's my wish that no subscriber actually falls into such a trap again, because let us not be so quick in sympathizing with the people's situations. If Kamanja comes today out and I start crying, kindly, before you start sympathizing with my cries, look at things properly, like, this guy, this guy. But when you come out and just fall foolishly, wholeheartedly, like, oh, I want to help you, take some caution, go slow, look at situations very properly, look at how other people are looking at the situation, and then make a conclusion. I am now going to help this guy, because as I told you in my previous video, or my last video, like, people are being paid here to do anything, like now. There is a very big thing that is happening in Nyabwanza. I don't know if people are going to tell you. Apart from YouTubers being paid by subscribers to talk about others, to talk about some stories, like, this is what things are like, even the women, you saw around coming out and telling people that, you know what, my husband has beaten me, my husband is doing this to me, I am now parting ways with my husband. They pay in kind to these YouTubers. Guys, let me tell you, they always pay in kind. These women you see around going to these people to ask for, let me expose my husband, let me do this. They always pay in kind, not money, but they always pay in kind. And we have subscribers also who are paying the same YouTubers money to talk about, to fabricate stories. Now, those are the people I say they are being controlled. When others here, we are struggling to make content and to see if actually this content is going to content again, so that we earn something at the end of the day. We have people who are now, we have hired machineries for content. Hired machineries for content. Others are now taking charity to be content. Guys, I said, content is all about your skills. It's an art full of skills. And if you want your content to be counted as credible, then put more effort, be hardworking, add your skills, become creative. That is it. So this woman should actually spares our peace, spares our time. We want our precious time not to be actually dirtified by this person who is saying that, oh, you are talking about this, you are talking about my husband, I don't know this, you did it. Do you think you are going to scam another person now that your husband's scammer and you are not a wife scammer? I don't know what you are going to make. A very big combination. Let us wait again and see. Guys, I should take a lot of water. Me and water actually, like, I always take about at most 4 liters of water per day. Now, guys, let me now go direct to my story. I had actually given you an hint what I want to talk about, and I asked you if Rocio actually is in competition with Marwa. That story is coming up next. But let me start with this Marwa new wife drama, because that is now what is hitting the village. That is what is now being talked in the village. And because Kamanja does everything from the village, I talk for the village and I talk from this village. Let me tell you the truth. The new wife in question, that is this African Imali, a graduate of bachelor's of economics and statistics. I don't remember the university where she actually graduated from, but I know she is a graduate. She has come out to look for some job. If you cannot get office job and everything, then try to employ yourself. And she has found YouTube as a source of employment. The biggest coincidence is this young lady's parents, they were great friends to Mr. Undari, who is Marwa's father. That is Mzee Moffat Ondari, our Congrats dad. So, Congrats dad has actually taken this lady home. And this is not the first lady actually Congrats dad is taking home, because he at one point knew their parents. Look at Diana Kemi. I've heard that Diana Kemi and Go with the J, they are not together. Me, I don't want to talk about it, because if I get news and I actually certify the news, and then I should come out and tell you the exact thing that Diana Kemi and Go with the J, they are no longer together, and these are the reasons. But what I know now is all about that Diana Kemi was introduced to Marwa by the father, Mr. Moffat Ondari. And because Marwa is very generous, Marwa is very generous with these ideas, generous with anything. Guys, get me correct. Marwa actually touched, and anything that Marwa has touched blossoms. Then Diana Kemi also succeeded, because she followed what actually Marwa told her to do. Now, here comes African Imali, who came the other day. The father actually kept this lady at his home, like Congress mom. There is David Jr. was there and everything. And sometimes Marwa doesn't cross over to the father's compound most of the time. So this lady has been there for a very long period. Only for Ms. Muzeundari to take this lady to Marwa himself and told him, Marwa, kindly help this lady to do some YouTube. This lady actually wanted to do some village life, like cooking and everything. And actually, Marwa is asking this lady, and I want to paraphrase, do you think cooking and you don't have enough subscribers will enable you get your channel monetized? That is what actually, and that is how Marwa actually decided to help this lady, only to come out to get surprised to see JT talking about the same lady that Marwa has actually decided to marry this lady. For JT podcasts, anything that comes out of him is just from imagination. He tends to overimagine and overthink about something. So long as this thing this thing concerns Marwa and even the family, he will tell you very nasty things. I really don't know what is wrong with this young boy. Even if it means making money. Yes, let me tell you, like another speaker was talking about it. We are taking food, we are making and bringing food onto our tables because we are always talking about Marwa's name. If this is a person who is making us eat, then we are supposed to respect him. Let us accord him the respect that he actually needs. Marwa is capable of approaching a lady on the road and actually proposing to her and say, come home, I have loved you. But saying that the father just picked a lady randomly and took this lady to Marwa, and Marwa to take her as a wife, that is now disrespecting Marwa. That is one way of actually disrespecting a person who directly puts food onto your table. Sometimes, even Maro himself always comes out and to challenge many people, including us. Guys, can't you even take a moment of yourself, like stop from talking about me? What if I stop doing YouTube? Who are you going to talk about? Now for JT, JT has turned out to be another parrot. JT has come out like gone to an extent of doing so many weird inquiries about African Imali. He is the first person to know that African Imali is actually kidded, like she has a kid, she is a single mother. Now that also Marwa is a single man, they are ready to mingle just because Mzee Ondari has decided to take this lady direct to Marwa. Let me tell you, the first day that Marwa meets African Imali, African Imali had been waiting for Marwa for more than 3 hours. He just took off from Miss Mzeondari's compound to Marwa's compound, only to wait for Marwa to come out and make a video with her. Marwa to come out and teach her something. Marwa has taught her what she's supposed to do so that she becomes successful in YouTube. And I think that is where people like JT, who think they have succeeded in YouTube, they need to borrow a leaf from Marwa and go to Marwa and ask Marwa, how can I be successful? Because for us, Marwa is successful in YouTube. There is no doubt. Marwa has succeeded in YouTube. And when you see many people flocking at Marwa's place, they only want also to succeed like Marwa succeeded. So it's not in order for people like JT, the podcast, to come out and start forcing people to believe that actually Marwa is doing this or Marwa has married a new wife. Yes, Marwa is a grown-up. African Imali is a grown-up. I don't put off the possibilities of the two actually relating onto the matters that people are talking about. If they decide to do so, these are two grown-ups who have decided to come together and make a family, and we wish them the best all in their lives. But for people to come out and make them like their husband and wife, because just as we know now, Marwa has no wife, and African Imali has gone there and she's like, she wants to succeed in YouTube. How many ladies have been going there? Why haven't you been talking about the other ladies? You've now picked on African Imali. Kindly, can you leave this young lady alone? Let her grow. Or the rate at which she is growing might be, it's something that is threatening maybe even your YouTube careers and everything. That is why you are seeing this is going to be another big name that we are going to talk about. Let us kill this name before it grows. Maybe that is how these naysayers are actually seeing it. Maybe. But me, this is my own opinion. Marwa is a grown-up. And Marwa, he is not incapacitated to stay at home and wait for the parents to look for a proper woman to take to her, to take as a wife. Marwa is capable, boss. Marwa is energetic. Marwa ako na ngeli. Like I'm saying, Marwa has got pickup lines. He knows how, if he picked somebody from the streets of Mexico, I don't know Mexico, how Mexico, and he decided to convince this lady to become the wife, only for this lady to come out and betray Marwa's love for her. Who are you to tell me that Marwa is now incapacitated? Marwa cannot actually approach a lady and propose. And the same people are talking this, like JT podcast, we've never seen your wife, even your girlfriend on camera like this, so that we say, oh, you've been talking about other people. Now, actually, this is your wife is here. Bring us your wife, we see. Bring us your wife, we see. Or introduce us to your girlfriend that we see. So that we see, we start following your girlfriend, so that anytime you fall out, then we also have food to talk about. We also have content to talk about. But who are you? A whole man coming out and talking about somebody's personal affairs and everything. That is lack of respect. You will one day stop trolling I am Marwa into your like issues and everything. Stop it. Stop it. Like I'm telling this village quacks to stop. If Marwa doesn't go to the toilet, they will say Marwa has not gone to the toilet for 3 days. If Marwa doesn't actually brush his teeth, they will. That is news to them. If Marwa actually decides to put on a blue gumboot, another red gumboot, and walks every now and then on the streets of Nyabanse, oh, Marwa has come. Marwa has gone mad. They will always find news to talk about Marwa, even if Marwa does the best. Marwa is living in a very good villa. Yes, the villa is still it is not completed. Yes, and it's under renovation and construction always, because construction doesn't stop. Another fool somewhere is seated saying, "Oh, this is the Marwa is waiting for donations to finish his 250. I don't know what 250 million." Guy. Sometimes let us put Maro out of our minds. If you must talk about Maro, it's not bad. Talk about him then positively. Why should you be actually always seated here and talking, oh, Marwa this, oh, Marwa that, oh, Marwa this? Marwa doesn't greet your father, that is an issue. Marwa doesn't attend your funerals, that is another issue. Marwa doesn't even talk about your people in his videos, that is an issue. Marwa putting on long jackets because of the rain season, that for you it's an issue. Now, what will Marwa do so that you guys come out and say, Marwa, ho, you've done this well? Spare him his peace. Let him enjoy, because this is one person who worked for what he's actually doing. Don't behave like you are just quacks. Don't behave like fools. You really don't know what is happening. JT, how many ladies have actually come to your, how do you call, have come to your podcast? How many ladies have you interviewed? Who has come out to tell you that, now this must be JT's, this must be JT's lady or what, and I don't know. Now that the king of travel, KOT, has actually appeared in your podcast several times, do you want us to just start guessing that you guys are practicing LGBTQ? You might be. Because I've never seen you. I've never heard you talking about your wife. I've never heard you talking about your girlfriend. You are only poking noses on other people's relationships. That one should stop. That one should actually stop. If this reaction, why can't you react properly? So, guys, that is it. Me, I want to tell you the truth. If Marwa gonna be marrying, because Marwa, it is not late for him, like Mr. Cabrera is saying that it's late now. Time has gone, but it is Marwa is past time. He's supposed to be marrying again and everything. Guys, I know Cabrera, you married long time ago, and you would wish to see Marwa siring kids like a pig, 20, 30, like you claim to be, yeah. Everybody has got his own plans. Everybody has got his own priorities. For Marwa, it might be not late. Like you are saying that it is late. He's supposed to be having a wife by now. You don't know if Rocio is going to backtrack and say, no, Marwa, I'm coming back. What will these naysayers talk? You don't know if Marwa has actually found the best he's best to have and is not ready to tell us. You don't know. Don't keep on insinuating and guessing things, forcing things that you are imagining. forcing your imaginations to be true. You guys, I really don't know who gave birth to you. Go revisit your parents, ask your parents how you are supposed to do things, because sometimes I wonder when I look at this, it's like these lazy people on the streets. Today you greet this one, oh, those guys, they are friends. You greet this woman, you say, hey, he is seducing that one. Now they are like kids, young children in the streets. And this is what we call reaction. Guys, me have told you, if Marwa is going to marry, even if he decides today to marry African in Mali, that is kudos, because it is his heart that is going to follow. And if African in Mali decides that, yes, Marwa, you've proposed and you are going to be my husband, that is her actually decision. The only thing that I want us to spare these guys, let African Mali also grow. People are afraid of her growth. She's actually growing at a very alarming rate. And this, it is like, this African Mali is going to steal the show. How do we bring this lady down? Guys, I've told you, we are supposed to be very thankful. We are supposed to be very much appreciative tomorrow. All as reactors, people talk about him. We are supposed to be very appreciative. Let us always tell people the truth. Let us not fear away from truth. Let us tell them, come out, appreciate Marwa, because without Marwa, most of you guys, I don't know which life you are supposed to be living now. Marwa assures you that at the end of the month, you are getting money. And you are here defying his name, defaming him, blackmailing him. Nonsense. Yeah, JT, you are coming to the village tomorrow. I don't know if you've really actually arrived. You are coming for the funeral of Mayani. How I wish you come for the funeral. How I wish you come to mourn. But let me not guess that you've been hired to come and cause some chaos here, because I know after this, guys, mark my words. After the burial, JT is going to come with some episodes of videos concerning the death of Mayani. Wait and see. Anything that is happening, any YouTuber in the village, I'm telling you the truth. He is not coming to mourn. He is coming for something different. I don't know which thing is that, but I've told you, those are guys that you cannot actually, you cannot take your time to actually trust them. They are very cunning. Now, guys, I told you I drink a lot of water. Me, I take a lot of water. Now let's come to Mitoto, Mama Mitoto. We want to talk about Mama Mitoto and Baba Mitoto. That is Rocio Cabrera and our African traveling commando, I am Marwa. The other day, Rocio was drunk and she told the whole world that she was tipsy, and she actually told Maisha that your mother is tipsy, and all those blah blah things, you remember about them. And she came out to defend herself, to backtrack and tell us that, do you know what? I was just testing wine in the wineries and everything. But the extent of testing wine, you cannot test today, you test tomorrow. Unless she tells us she has now become a certified government wine tester in Argentina, so that we know that is her new job. A government wine tester in Argentina. That is a very well-paying job. Like when we talk about our own government pathologists, people who take postmortem and everything, those are people who are being paid well. But Rocio should actually stop fooling people around. It is not that we used to talk well about Rocio the other day, or before Rocio actually decided to part ways with Marwa. Rocio had been under at the center of so many criticism. For your information, Before even Rocio departed or parted ways with Marwa, Rocio was at every center of every criticism. Even us, at one point, we criticized how she carried herself at the villa. But the truth should also remain that because she was very close to our traveling commando, we had so many things that we never talked about, and we overlooked so many things. And we gave these things to come out so that we can to come out by themselves, so that we can also have our hand in it. Like, yes, let us play on them. That is what actually happened. So from the word go, Rocio meeting up with Marwa in Mexico and everything, coming back to Kenya, it was all that for Rocio. She only wanted to script this relationship. Marwa wanted to take it very serious, but for Rocio, this was just something that was scripted. It was a play, and she knew very well that she was to use Marwa. Marwa takes her some extent, and when she felt that she had gained a lot from Marwa, then she decided to leave. And now she's back trying to compete with what if anything that Marwa is doing. Guys, I was very much surprised to hear Rocio actually claiming that everything that Marwa is now doing, all those enterprises and everything, I don't know, the horse farming, all those things were his ideas. Yes, they say behind a strong man, behind every successful man, there is a very strong woman. But this one is now contrary. Behind a woman who wants to be successful, selfishly wants to be successful, behind her, there is a successful man who actually succeeded by his efforts. So only Rojo wants to reap where she never actually sowed. That is how I can put it. I've told you, Rocio for Marwa was something scripted. For him, for her, it was scripted. But for Marwa, he meant it. He actually thought that he had found. He was blinded, only to be betrayed by somebody he termed as his love. You know, going to an extent of even giving birth, or you guys coming together and siring a kid, it means either of the parties, the two parties were compatible, or one was just taken for a ride, like Mara was taken for a ride with Rocio. Now, people are coming out from the drinking spree, from being drunk. All of a sudden, Rocio has decided to do Marwa's way. Oh, meet my new land. She has not even paid for that land. She's not even telling us when she's going to pay for that land in one of the remotest parts in Argentina, in a remote reserve place in Argentina. She's telling us, showing an extent of the land, guys, I want to own. This is where I want to build my own house. Let me tell you, Rocio came to Africa, Kenya, to be very precise, and we saw Marwa's father gifting Rocio land here in Nyabwanse. So Rocio was gifted a land, of which she decides to come and say, this was land that I was gifted by my father-in-law. Nobody's going to decline because it is seen in camera. It was, the internet doesn't forget. She was very much appreciative. She only wanted to be like D Mwango, D Mwango is building. How can I do? And she was like, now that YouTube is paying me, it's enough. I should go back to Argentina, get some land, build myself my dream house. We have some competitions that I already won. Before even they start, you fail. Let me tell you that during Mama Mitotoi's stay at the villa, mostly we had a very big leakage of information from the villa. when actually, if you remember very well, there is a time that the naysayers, these negative-minded people, came out and broke news that, you know what, Marwa had beaten up. There was a very big disagreement from the villa, and Rocio had actually fled to an unknown destination. Only the naysayers were putting it that she was hiding somewhere in Nairobi. So I've come to realize and I've come to believe that Rocio has been all along, actually, maybe leaking this information to the naysayers, people like JT Podcast, who are the first people to talk about that disagreement at the villa. And no wonder, even if you check at her videos, like the comment section, she's actually allowing negative comments on Marwa. She's not even like she's not even telling these guys, the people are commenting to cool down and to tone down. She's actually enjoying how people are destroying Marwa in her channel using bad comments. That simply tells us that this was not a woman who was actually meant for Marwa. This is a woman who wanted to actually cloud chase with Marwa, and she's now actually cloud chasing, copycatting what Marwa actually is doing. And I wonder when she comes out and tells us that Marwa is stealing her dreams. Remember, she even told us that the housekeeping activity was not her plan, was never in her support. She never supported that. But now she can come out to tell us that, do you know what? Anything that Marwa is doing now, he actually borrowed that idea from me. Marwa is copycatting me. Now, guys, look at Marwa and look at Cabrera. You know, I really don't want to put them in some tussle, but it's good sometimes to actually look at these guys. Whom do you think, if there is copying, whom do you think is doing what another person is doing? Yes, it means well. For Rocio Cabrera to remain relevant, because Marwa is the person who actually did the induction till she actually succeeded from where she was. She got subscribers. She has actually seen how subscribers are very much important to Marwa, most of the supportive ones. She's now telling us that, you know, I have bought land in Argentina. She wants to see if actually subscribers, like they do to Marwa, they can also contribute and tell her, no, buy land, we are going to build for you. And after all, even if they build for her, none of my business. But later I remember that she should have, she has copied it from who? From Marwa. Now she's saying that haters are going to, for us now, we are haters to her. Haters are going to talk this. Haters are going to talk this. Yes, she has bought land. That land, we have not even seen upping up for it. It's only in the words that, oh, I have bought land in some deep parts of Argentina. She's failing us. She's failing to tell us, you know, after all, she has been working recklessly with Maisha, not even taking care of Maisha properly, not even giving food to Maisha. She is very selfish. She thinks about herself. She doesn't think about this young Kenyan boy Maisha. I know for the naysayers, for the haters, Maisha is Argentinian, but for us here in the village, this is our boy. Maisha comes from Nyabwanzi. That is what we know. So for her, she wants to do things so that she can remain relevant to the supporters, so that people will see, eh, later if she has bought land. Now, guys, let me ask you: when you buy land, what next? You develop the land. If you want to develop the land, if it is not farming, you will do what? You will build. She has told us that is where she wants to build her own dream house. She only wants subscribers, some subscribers to sympathize and start like other subscribers are doing with the haters in the village here. They see David Junior Marwa doing this. You also, I'm going to support you also to do it, so that you are on the same level. There is no way Marwa and Rocio will be on the same level. Rocio is supposed to be reminded like that. Like, he will never match Marwa's standards. What we have now seen is a drunk. We have actually seen a drunkenness. Marwa doesn't drink. We've never seen Marwa tipsy. Her irresponsible behaviors. She cannot even take responsibility of that young kid called Maisha. What we have actually again seen from her, this is somebody who is very greedy. She's greedy. She wants everything. She's trying to tell people, she's trying to copycat, like trying to prove to the world that, like, Marwa can never travel. Now I am the new traveler. How the new travel what? Commando. Yes, commando has no, there is no feminine side of the commando. Commando is, I think, commando is common because that's why even women are supposed to be commandos. Now she wants to be a travel queen. She wants to bring competition home. You told people that you've actually traveled more than 72 countries. I want to start, and I want us to be on the competition. Who is going to travel more? She's now in Argentina telling us, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. Hey, hey, Rocio, you are going to meet up with a very big shock. How I wish you could have stayed here in the village of Nyabwansi. If you want to go and test some wines, you were to go even test some Bugumbe whiskey in Nyamwini. Guys, Bugumbe whiskey is our local. We call it whiskey. Bugumbe whiskey is the local brew that actually, it's Changa that Mwita and the rest takes on the other side of Nyamwini. So she could have even stayed in the village here to give us some tests and tell us now that she has decided to be a government tester. She was to be that is a role that she were to perform better if she actually stayed around. So let me tell you the truth. Even if she does anything to outplay Marwa, to outwit Marwa, it is not going to happen because she's not going to compete favorably. She's going to waste a lot of energies. The only thing you are supposed to know, my good people, is Rocio is doing anything to trigger Marwa's response. And I've told you, Marwa will never respond to such a things. Like, you want to see Marwa's next video saying, oh, I have seen even my former girlfriend buying some land somewhere, guys, go support. Rocio, it is not going to happen. Never. It is not going to happen, because very well, it won't happen, because it is not going to happen. Rocio is triggering some dramas. Now, let her actually feel the pain of people talking about. I know in Argentina there is no reactors, no drama there, but the drama, she wants to cause drama from the other side, because she knows very well that drama pays. She wants to become very irrelevant in some situations, that when we talk about it, for her it is very relevant. So she's triggering drama from wherever she is. Like, let me do this. Let me see if Marwa is going to respond. What is Marwa going to talk about? What is his mother going to talk about? Yes, she told us that it is Marwa's mother who actually made her to leave. That Marwa's mother actually put a lot of pressure on her to give birth to many, to become pregnant and give birth to many grandchildren. It's all but a lie. Yes, she might have told her, it's time, give us a second born. That is how maybe those are our grandmothers. That is how they do when they see their grandchildren. That is part of the wealth that they own. You must know that. But we know what happened, Rocio. Don't come out and tell people. The only thing that we want you to see, leave Ayamaro. You decided to leave him. Don't do things that will raise some red flags and people start insinuating like, this one, this is Marwa who is being talked to. Any post you make, there is Marwa inside that post. Only for the silly people, only for the foolish cannot see. Anything that you do, you want, like, let Marwa see, like, I am doing it. Let me tell you one thing. When a deputy, even here in Kenya it is happening, the deputy president was impeached. They parted ways with the president because he felt like the president was not there for him, never supported, or the president supported his impeachment. Now, the same person that the people impeached because of very many underlined mistakes, he is out here telling people how he wants to be president and rectify things. The same case also is happening to Rocio. She's trying to do things that Marwa is doing. Oh, trying to tell us that all these things that I'm doing, Marwa is doing, he actually copied this from me. Kindly, Rocio, this is my very simple advice for Rocio. I've told you about such a scenario that, Rocio was a girlfriend or a wife to Marwa. Rocio wanted to learn so much from Marwa. How Marwa actually succeeded, what Marwa, Rocio was a musician. Marwa was to leave this lady to practice her music thing, and so that we can see a Shakira in her, an Ashanti in her, an Aliyah, the late Aliyah in her, that is what we actually, Aliyah's roots are from South America, but from Brazil. And Aliyah was a former musician, I remember. And maybe Rocio wanted to be a musician, but this opportunity of becoming a YouTuber, she grabbed it from Marwa. All because of what? I want greediness. I want to be like him. Oh, you tell me YouTube pays, there is no need I struggle up with my music and anything. Coming here in the village, she was actually cheating people that she's a musician and everything. And how much does she get paid from music? Nothing. Yeah, if there is something very small. But now she has learned the art of making money from Marwa. She has done this. In Marwa, for Rocio, Marwa was a stepping stone. For Rocio, Marwa was just a class of lessons that she was sitting, listening to the lessons, sitting for the exams, and for her, according to her, she passed the exams. And that is why she graduated, and she has now gone back to Argentina. She wants to practice what Marwa is doing. Marwa is rearing horses, you will see, because the horse thing came from, I was only surprised to hear that she denied she never supported that business. But remember, she might have actually forced Marwa to do so many things. Locking out friends from the villa, doing all these things. And maybe Marwa never supported that. That is how she felt like, no, I must go do my things alone. Let me tell you the truth. Rojo was not mature in anything. Maybe Marwa was to leave her practice entirely. Marwa was to leave her with a music career. Marwa was not to actually pump a lot of YouTube into her. This YouTube thing has now made her to grow some horns. And she's thinking now she's on top of the world just because people are talking about her. No, she missed it big time. She missed it big time. And then number two, she might be actually doing this because she's now regretting. She's now seated somewhere and she has seen the light. She has left land that she was bought. Yes. The community where we come from, it is like she said, it's awkward, very barbaric. But she was gifted some big land here in a very accessible place, not like the lands we are seeing. She's telling us she has bought in a very deep village in Argentina. So She cooked herself up, and she doesn't. We don't expect that Marwa should be coming out to help her out of the mess she actually started. She thought that she was now very much mature in YouTube, and she can now go back and do her thing and like this. Let her stop trolling Marwa. Let her stop like insinuating that she's actually talking about Marwa. Let her do. Now, even now she's being forced to talk English. Now let her do. Let her do videos in Spanish. Let us see how many views she's going to garner. Let us try something. We want her to try something different from what Marwa used to do, so that we can start comparing the two, who is making it and who is failing. But now, as I'm speaking, she's actually failing. She failed a long time ago. It was something fatal that she actually decided to commit. It was a fatal mistake. And she's now realizing it. And with the time, she might come and backtrack and say, no, I did this because of some pressures that I don't know where they came from. But the truth, she committed a very dangerous, fatal mistake. This was a grave mistake that she committed. And that's why the internet gonna be forgetting about Rocio in time. The same way, Marwa used to tell us and always tells us that those guys that have been together for a very long period, the moment they decide to give me their backs and say I was not good to them, they boom within a very short period of time. And then what it follows, their downfall. And who was Rocio? Rocio was very close. They shared a bed with Marwa. They had a kid with Marwa and everything. Now that she wants to compare herself with Marwa, trying every now and then to tell us, this is it, you are but haters and anything. Guys, you are rocking now. This is our time to rock. But when people are going to start forgetting about you, Cabrera travels, maybe you are going to see the light. As I'm talking now, she is not even seeing the light. And to our traveling commando, it's not good to respond to such a things. Let it be. You held her hand. You made her cross the bridge. Now let her solve her own problems. Kuendelea to the end. That is what I say. Let her learn that what you used to say about people you work with, and they actually show you their backs, they don't go far. It's not a curse. That is something that is factual. Because you leave somebody when you haven't learned some fundamentals on how you can stand alone. And now you want to papa. Like she's here today, she wants to show us how she's traveling. Tomorrow she wants to show us what she has acquired. The other day she wants to show us how she's tasting some wine in some wineries and everything. You will never make it. Even if you start watching Marwa's videos from the word time immemorial, you may not borrow a leaf. You will end up failing big time. So kindly, let it not be seen like a competition, because you and Marwa in a competition, one party is going to lose big time, and that party is always, and it's very obvious, it's Cabrera. We don't want to insult her. Me, I don't want to insult her. Me, I just want to tell her the truth, that she must miscalculated, and that is why she made a very fatal decision. And this fatal mistake that she did is actually haunting her. No wonder she wants to be always relevant, and she wants always to hint on something about Marwa. For those guys who are very intelligent and who can see things, you will see that this woman is communicating to Marwa on a daily basis. Like when she writes a post, she's actually lamenting leaving Marwa. But Do you think Marwa is going to break his silence and say, this is what my wife has been telling me, my former girlfriend has been telling me? Do you think from this video, Marwa is going to break his silence and say, she went and meet my new catch? Because we are also waiting for Rocio to show us her new husband, because it never took her long to be in a relationship when his former boyfriend actually decided, when she decided to part ways with her former boyfriend before Marwa. She never took time. She never took a long period. So we know as we speak now, she has somebody she's moving on with. But what if Marwa decided to move on with somebody else, like to start afresh with some other woman? Is that going to be news? Now that there is a YouTube at Marwa's place who is actually trying to make ends meet through YouTube, people have started telling us that she is Marwa's new woman. Stop that drama. Marwa is going to announce or not to announce to us when he is going to marry and who is going to marry next. And for Rocio Shenanigans, they are being escalated. They are now escalating. They are going to different levels. But because that is what she chose, let us enjoy the show. Let us enjoy what she's doing. We are not here like we are reminding her what she is missing. She's missing home. She's missing Kenya. She's missing chapatis. She's missing all these things. She's missing a very cool environment. She's actually missing everything. And now, after missing all those things, she has decided to become irresponsible. She has decided to become a drunk. She has decided to become something different. Nobody saw this coming. From this side of the village, Kamanja leaves you. Goodbye for now. Let's meet in my next video. And kindly, don't forget to like the video. Drop a very sweet comment. Even if you feel like I've gone astray and everything, just come to my comment section. Type, even if it's a long text, even if it's a long comment, tell me. My number is there. Call me and tell me, hey, Kamanja, you could have not even spoken about this. But that is it. Me, I speak what is in my mind. I speak what is in my heart. And that is what I come here. I don't need to be paid to actually talk about somebody who is like this. I told you about the smooth running YouTubers around in the village. They are smooth running. They do everything smooth running. Everything they do is smooth, smooth, smooth. Be aware of such guys. So goodbye, guys. God bless you. Thank you for your support. Keep on supporting us. We will ever appreciate your support. Like Kamanja here, I will ever appreciate your support. My good mothers, my good fathers, my good brothers and sisters, goodbye. God bless you. Have a very good night.